Alright, I want to talk to you about a new tool, and I'm using my cell phone for this video and taking a picture of my screen because I'm going to switch between multiple computers to show you how this demo works, of a new product called Google Cast for Education. Some of you may be familiar with this little icon here called Share to Classroom, which allows a student to send you a website, or for you to send a website to every student's machine. That's a static transfer. In other words, as soon as you send them there, they can go wherever they want on the website, and that's what they see. Okay? There is another option now for students to share information with their teacher in their class. So say you have a bunch of kids in the class doing research and they find interesting things and you want the rest of the class to see it. You could use that Share to Classroom to quickly send all the other students a link if you wanted, but it would be static, meaning that the students would only see that website and then they'd be able to go off wherever they wanted to. There is another option called Google Cast for Education. I've added to every teacher's account in their apps bar here an icon for Google Cast for Education. The only way you see the apps bar and your apps is if you're logged in up here with your username, okay, your Shen Schools account. Okay. Once you're sure of that, you should see a Google Cast for Education. Now you might have multiple screens of apps, so you may have to switch between them to see which one it put it on, but you're looking for this app here. When you click it, it brings up a little presentation screen where you can set up your class for projection. So you click on settings and you give your class a name. So I might say Bullington and then the room, C-I-L. Okay? You can then choose to automatically full screen new presentations, which is the setting you want, and then these two don't need to be there. You may have to register the first time this app with that name. You may have to fill out a little bit of additional information, but since I've done this previously, I just click Save to change the name. Alright, so now I'm ready to accept broadcasts from any other PC or Chromebook that I've given access to by sharing it with. So I click on the Share button, and you can see I've previously shared it with the LT Test account and the Shen Drive account, which I'm going to hop over to in a second. Alright, down here, you can add additional people by typing their email address. But notice when you click here, all of your Google Classrooms appear. So you can instantly give all of your students in a class access to share their Chromebook's screen with the rest of the class pending your approval. So you'll see how that works in a second. So we're going to add this class. We want to leave it as teachers can present, students can request. We don't want students to directly be able to take control of the projector. So we're going to say add, and then when we click up here, we can see that that class has been added, and we click Save. Now we're all ready to begin receiving student broadcasts from their Chromebook. So I come over here to my Chromebook, and I have to log in with one of the accounts that works for that I shared it with previously. So I'm going to type in that password right now. Okay, it brings me to my desktop. You can see that I have just the Shen Library, Middle School Library website open. If I click on the little ... now this is a student, and I come down here to Cast. What I will see when I click on Cast are any teachers who've enabled the ability to cast for their students here and shared it with those students. So they won't see you unless you've shared it with them. Okay, so you might want to turn that on and off so they're not sharing with you from other classrooms. So I connect to that teacher's shared classroom. You can see I get a request over here on my computer that says so-and-so wants to share their screen with you. I can click accept. And now I'm already connected to the Chromebook, which is a student Chromebook that wants to show something in class up on the screen. Okay. On a Chromebook, I do that by going to the three dots in the upper right-hand corner of the browser and then clicking Cast. And then on the PC, I just say accept. So you can see my mouse is moving around here. And I can switch back to the home page just by clicking on home here on the Chromebook. And it takes me over to the home page. I can go to the staff resources here by clicking on staff. So whatever I click on in the Chromebook happens up on the screen for the students. It does freeze up occasionally. You have to make the connection again. But it's a way for any student using a Chromebook to broadcast to the teacher station, which can then be put up on the projector. All right? And that's Google Cast for EDU.